We have the lights starting up. We have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. Seems to be a pretty okay start here from Ruthful heading into turn 1, but he's already been overtaken by WoW, and the Inaudible Gamer trying to sneak up himself into P2. He seems to be doing that, but actually WoW goes onto the grass, and it seems like there's carnage at the back with Yasin gaining a position, and the Inaudible Gamer is going down the inside of Maple, and Maple going around the outside, and Ruthful is already overtaken WoW. So it seems to be a pretty active re-overtake, as we might have a 3 wide heading into the back here. We already had a 2 wide, and we already have another 2 wide going into turn 7. Seems to be pretty okay, and we have GC Fungus going down the inside of Pandakoi heading into turn 5. Pretty solid move. We see no punts. Oh, we do see 1 punt there, and that's by the Red Bull, I believe it was, or it was, no, it was by the Red Bull, and I saw some carbon fiber come out. But Futuristic is all over the back of Yasin and will want to get the move done as quickly as possible, but he gets a poor exit, and actually that might cost him, as R3 might go down around the outside, actually, as I say, as R3 goes for a move around the outside. Will he be able to stick it? No, Futuristic keeps and shuts the door on him. Hazy is already towards the back, and actually that's a spin for Pixel. Pixel has spun in his Hungarian Grand Prix, rejoining the track dangerously there as Pandakoi almost hits the back end of him, and he goes for a big boy dive bomb here on Vessel. What is he doing? And he just mounted completely Vessel, and he's pushed off wide, so that was completely Pixel there. It was a very bad re-entry and a pretty bad dive bomb there. Well, Pandakoi goes for a send, but GC Fungus actually buys the dummy and is pushed a bit wide, and that's actually Pixel who's put it into the wall. That could be a safety car or even a VSC. Ruthful safety fastest up within 1 minute 20, and we have a safety car. The safety car is in this lap. That's pretty surprising. So as the pack bunches up, heading into the final corner, Ruthful has held up, and actually it's got a better launch than what WoW would have got. But WoW is in a close proximity slipstream, and he is gaining as we speak, heading towards the back end of the field. That's actually a move. Almighty looking down the inside of Yasin. They touch tires a bit, heading into turn 1. No one else seems to be in trouble too much. As I say that, Yasin fighting again with Almighty, and Almighty gets the move done. That's well done. Actually, there's a move on the back there. Fox and R3 will go side by side. This is never really a good idea, and Fox miraculously teleports in front, meaning that they won't have to go through that side by side. But he is lagging quite a bit, and Fox losing the back end and losing positions, and that puts him in last place. And actually, there might be a move towards the back. GC Fungus is all sorts of close on Duplev as he goes down the inside heading into turn 1. Good and clean move, and Duplev will have to see his P12 going. And hang on, actually he's under pressure as well now from Vessel. So, oh, they touch tires, and that's Duplev into the wall. Oh, that's Vessel completely spinning out. There's a VSC. Oh, that was a very unfortunate move there. Cosmin, I believe, or not Cosmin, sorry, Duplev losing the back end there. And well, Vessel was right behind him, gave him a little tap, and that's him into the wall. It's actually another potential move here. The Red Bull Cosmin under pressure from R3. As he goes down the inside, heading into turn 1, mounts that curb quite a bit. And will cost him a bit of time, and actually GC Fungus also says, hello, thank you, I will take that position, as they continue to fight. That seems to be it. You see, yeah, he went out, so Almighty with no DRS, but seems to have a low downforce setup, which allows him to actually go faster on the straights. And R3 on the move on Pandakoi once again. R3 going down the inside of Pandakoi. Doesn't get the move once again. Pandakoi gets a much better exit. And Panagoy gets his P9 back, and R3 forced to watch and try again. Oh, he completely pushed out wide there, R3, but a lovely switchback, as I almost just saw, would have allowed him to get the move done, but you can see R3 really wants to get this move done as quickly as possible, because R3 is a pretty quick lad. He is on fresh tires as well. He's on the fresher tires, and it doesn't want to get held up in his dirty air and lose a tire deg to Panagoy, so you might actually see a move here heading into turn 11. He does. He sends one down the inside. Panagoy respectively did not turn in, because he could have so easily turned on in. Once again, he's leaving space, so Panagoy, really good sportsmanship shown by Panagoy, really giving him all the space needed to get the overtake. And actually that has cost him, as GC Fungus now trying to get a switchback run on Panagoy, but it seems like Panagoy is actually quicker on the straights than R3, because R3 does not have any DRS. Heading around the outside, heading into turn 1 once again, but GC Fungus seems to have got a much better run than Panagoy. And heading into turns 2 and 3, they will run side by side, and actually GC Fungus, who drifts into the wall, and Cosman collects him, and that's a bit of his front wing gone, I believe. That's his left front wing gone a bit. Stick back towards the back. Addy here on Futuristic, who won't have DRS, should get the move done easily. He goes down the inside on Futuristic. Futuristic does break a bit later. Tries to get a switchback, and actually R3 has given a little nudge to Futuristic, who does have DRS. And we'll go down the inside of Futuristic, and that's Futuristic demoted into P9 now. And is actually his teammate is going around the outside. So in a matter of 3 corners, Futuristic has lost 3 places. Turn 1, he's lost the position to Addy. Turn 2, he's lost the position to Panagoy. Oh, to R3, and R3 actually loses the back end, so I guess that's his position back up into P9 again. But there's some action here going down the inside of his teammate, and they're still side by side here, heading into what I believe is turn 13. It's a nice little switchback to Toro Rosso drivers. Now WoW is just passing the pit lane now. Very interesting stuff here. WoW sees him, and they will run side by side into turn 1, and they're still side by side exiting, and Ruthful will get his P1, but is under immense pressure now from WoW as he goes round the outside, heading into turn 2, heading into turn 3, and Ruthful cuts WoW a tiny bit, and they almost collide and get sent off. These fresh tires look really nice in the 2019 graphics, but it does look like Ruthful just barely managed to keep his provisional P1 from WoW. Yes, and on these fresh mediums gets overtaken by the Inaudible Gamer, but will Vessel, who has yet to box, get in front of him? No, so Yasin is in a very good position to get P3 now. The Inaudible Gamer on 5-lap old hards, and Yasin on fresh mediums for the rest of the race. I don't see the Inaudible Gamer staying in P3 for long. And actually the 2 teammates are currently battling for position. Maple, who is on fresher hards, it's overtakes his teammate who's on 17-lap old hards. Is with Almighty, who is in P11 and who is 40 seconds, and that's him, who's done a spin bala. It's no one. Oh, he gets a much better run, yes, and on the Inaudible Gamer, and that's him gone. Hasta la vista, he says, and that's his P3, and the gap will only extend more and more. Front. It's actually Vessel goes for move down the inside, or around the outside of R3, and gives him a little love tap there, R3. That's him into P10. It hasn't gone, and actually Vessel has spun, and that's him, who is in last place. So, WoW is closest that he's ever been on Ruthful on the back straight. And he's gaining quite immensely. He's got a much better exit. So now, oh shoot, Ruthful is teleported forward. And they go side by side heading into turn 1. The switchback of dreams from WoW isn't really there. He's lost the back end, but he will have DRS. And chucks it into none. And towards the final lap now. Hot lap overtake. Ruthful in overtake. But we'll see his P1 be put under immense pressure here heading into turn 1 already. WoW getting a switchback, losing the back end. And that will cost him a lot of time, because Ruthful will round up the final 2 corners now. Ruthful puts it on pole position, has kept a dominant race, no time penalties from what I saw. I won't be celebrating too much, but Ruthful wins the Hungarian Grand Prix, and by the looks of things, WoW had a 12-second time penalty. Once again, Ruthful and WoW definitely dominate these two, fighting the whole race. And yes, it rounds up P3. Now going down the grid, the Inaudible Gamer in P4, then with Eddie in P5, Maple P6, Futuristic P7, R3 P9 or P8, Fox P9, Vesto P10, and GC Fungus to round up the top 11. And the people with DNF were Almighty, Cosmin, Panikoi, Duplev, and Pixel. Very unfortunate stuff from them. They did do good in the race, but ultimately we're screwed over, especially Duplev there getting a little tap. So that's it for SOR this week, and we'll see you next week in Belgium. Goodbye, everyone.